Hey, good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. A lot of you must be saying, what is that? Looks like a hunk of junk in the water. That is the world famous steel manatee, my friends. The steel manatee has surfaced with this morning's low tide. Isn't that cool? We don't get to see it very often now. It's got to be one of these super low tides. It's about 10 after 7. Pelican diving in the water back there. Absolutely gorgeous. I think it's around 65 or 66, somewhere in there. 67. But I thought I'd give you a look at the old steel manatee. There's a story behind it. Before Hurricane Ian, there was a flap, a piece of metal on the back of it here that was bent up and sticking up in the air, and it just had a little bump in it. And when the whole thing was submerged, when the tide was just right, the waves would just there'd be like a dip in between the waves, and you'd see that little piece of metal stick up, and it looked like the nose of a manatee. And people would stand back up on the beach taking pictures of it, thinking they were watching a manatee come up for a breath of air. Old Roy and I used to get a kick out of that. We just stand there kind of chuckling to ourselves. Just picture it. You just see this little piece of metal every once in a while pop up. It looked just like the nose of a manatee. Finally, we'd tell them it was just a whole hunk of metal out there. So it got its name, the steel manatee. Used to be a lot of fish swimming around it. Not now. I didn't see anything swimming around it. I did see a little plover bird on it earlier. But it's gorgeous out here. It's going to get up to about 83 today. Well, nothing but sunny skies. Are you wishing you were here? Hit that share button if you're wishing you were here. I'm up obviously at the north end of the park. We'll take a stroll over to Wiggins Pass to see what's cooking over there. Wish you were out here with me as always. A little bit of a breeze blowing. Just another morning in paradise, my friends. Good morning, Beverly. Missed you last night on our cruise. I didn't see you pop on the live feed. There is so much extra beach here to walk on this morning. It's incredible. I wish you were here. It's just amazing. The camera just doesn't do it justice. Hey Karen, good morning. Seen lots of little olive snails crawling around on the sandbars. Lots of cockle shells. This is a huge. Is this an olive or? No, this is a Venus. One of those Venus sunray clams crawling along, making that big trench. They actually crawl along. That is so cool. It's a smaller one. I didn't know they crawled like that in the sand, but they make a little trench just like the olive shells. Ha! Put you back to let you do what you were doing there. Well, we missed you, Beverly. Anna, good morning. Margaret, good morning. Lots of beach to walk on this morning, Margaret. You're going to get a workout. Get the clan down here for a beach walk. Yesterday, after I ended my live feed, me and Susan Dexter, we saw this smallest little 9-armed sea star. Just a little baby one. I took a photo of it. I included it in my little highlight video. I don't think I shared the photo, but I put there was a little yellow mangrove leaf. I put it next to it just so you get an idea of the size. It was small. Look at this. Looky up there in the sky. Look at that. Our cold moon, super moon. That's what's causing all these low tides. Isn't that beautiful? Still pretty bright up there. It's so cool. We saw that on the boat. We saw it rising yesterday evening when we were on the boat. That sky, absolutely breathtaking. Well, let's keep walking up the beach here. A whole bunch of little sanderlings just went by, little sandpipers. I got a little video of them running around yesterday. Go watch my highlights from yesterday's walk. I got to keep those videos at 3 minutes to keep them shorts. You go over 3 minutes, they don't consider it a short. Boy, there's little olives everywhere here. Well, what do we got over here? Piece of an old, it's just a shell. Oh, what kind of crab that was. Piece of a little crab shell. Boy, that's a cool looking shell, whatever kind of crab it was. Very interesting pattern on it. Look at that. Wow. Wish I'd saw the whole thing. Good morning. No worries. Oh, look at this. There's a whole bunch of little olives. These are like little baby ones crawling around here. Wait till you see this little teeny tiny one. Wow. Look at these. Look at that little baby. Look at how small that one is. Wow. Can you see them crawling around? Coming out of their shell. See their little antenna moving around on that one. How cool is that? Little olive snails coming out to say good morning to us. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'll put them in the water. They'll be just as happy in the water as up on the sandbar. Keep the little family together. Yeah, they're everywhere. Crawling around, leaving their little trenches in the sand. That's a bigger one down in there. It's over on the left, the bottom left there. We see some cool stuff, don't we? You gotta admit, come on, these are fun little walks. You gotta enjoy them. They gotta be worth a tip. Or at least some Facebook stars. Come on, people. Bills are due today. I need your help. Come on. Boy, the little olives are active this morning. So we saw that little sea star over on the other side of the sandbar here, closer to the beach, on the beach side of the sandbar. But there's hardly any water over there now. There's our sun. Get ready to come up over the treetops. Hey Eddie, Anna, Kathleen, Nancy, good morning. Such a glorious morning here in paradise. It's like 3 cockle shells in a row over here on the beach. And the sun just starting to hit them. Can you see them? Low tide was at 7:18, so it's just a couple minutes ago. See the 3 cockles there? Let's snap a photo. That should be a cool photo. If it turned out, hang on one sec. Oh, getting up. Always the hard part. Let's see, there's all our little sanderlings are over here. Yeah, those cockle shells, they're so cool. Usually when they're up on the sandbar, they're opened up. This one's closed. Good morning, Mr. Cockle. He's smiling at you. Mr. Cockleshell there is smiling. Mr. or Mrs. Cockleshell, whichever. Doesn't it look like they're smiling? Well, none of them are sticking their tongues out. They just got their mouths open, but they're not sticking their tongues out. See them down in there? Love all these little ridges in this. Oh, here's one crawling around. He was just moving around. Saw him wiggling. He's got his tongue out. How cool is that, huh? Let me get a little video. Stand by. You're not going to get any closer to a cockle shell than that. Wow. Let's find something else. Let's find a sea star. There was a bunch of them along the edge of the pass, just around the corner. Here's one. Here's one. Little 9-armor. Oh, there's another one. We'll put these back in the water. We'll give them a little helping hand. This is a big one. This is a big one. Look at that one. Notice how I put my hand under it? I don't grab it by the arms. Normally you don't pick these up. Just let them be. You know, if you want to help them put them in the water at low tide, that's cool. And just gently set them down. It's just common sense. Don't pick them up for photo ops. Another big one. They're beautiful, aren't they? The 9-armed sea stars. Look at this one crawling away. You can see how fast they move. Watch this. Try to hold the camera as steady as I can, bending over. Just look at the bottom. See how fast it's moving? See how fast that's crawling? Wow. Another amazing sight. No shortage of amazing things to see here, especially when you get up to the pass here. This is like the crown jewel of the park here. Look at all the patterns in the sand. That is so cool. Wow. There's a big chunk of coral over here. I saw this out of the corner of my eye when I was walking over here. Look at that. Man, this is an incredible morning up here. I want to see a little 5-armed sea star now. Now I'm getting picky. I'm getting fussy. We saw those big 9-arms. Let's see a little 5-arm. Could be anywhere. Little willet bird there. see one. Like I said, they could be anywhere. You just don't know. Over here is where we saw that little tiny baby 9-arm one yesterday. I don't see it here this morning. It was small. Gotta be careful where I'm walking. I don't want to step on it. I sure would like to see it again. But they move fast. Always amazing how fast those little sea stars can crawl. So if you watch the beginning of this video, we started out over by the steel manatee. If you are a long-time watcher, you remember the steel manatee from days of old, while Roy was still with us. And hit that share button, I'd appreciate that. I'd say if you're liking what you're seeing, but you wouldn't be hanging out here watching if you didn't like what you're seeing. Good morning, Mr. Sunshine. Look at those reflections, gorgeous. Look at all these deep ridges. Wow. And that pelican that we saw yesterday is sitting up there, that one lone pelican. I'm pretty sure it's the same one. They get older, they kind of get, looks like they kind of get shunned from the flock. Sad. You don't get out here too often. It's got to be when we have a super moon. Stand on the edge of the pass like this out here by the channel markers. That doesn't happen too often. Cool. Pelican just dove in the water there. Didn't go far to go. Just watching the lady take a photo of the pelicans. Up there drying its wings. The other one's swimming around down at the bottom. I get lost here when I'm just watching the pelicans. It's just so peaceful up here. Oh. Normally there's a lot of pelicans out on this sandbar that I'm walking on, but not this morning. I don't know where they're all at. All the footprints, bare feet, flip-flops, tennis shoes. I don't see your toes, your toe prints here in the sand. Don't you wish they were? Well, there's no pelicans over on the other side this morning. What's up with that? He was posing, Beverly. Look at these. This is just what I think is so beautiful. What the water does, they're almost like carvings, etchings, these patterns in the sand. Look at that. There's only one artist that can do that. Look at that. That is just so cool. Man, God is good, isn't he? Get the gimbal straightened out. Go say hello to Mr. Pelican over here. all by its lonesome. No other pelicans around. What's up there, bud or ma'am? It's an old adult. It's a long ways down here. Cannot walk close to this edge. See this big crack? This big chunk of sand's getting ready to fall off here. It's very unstable along the edge here. We had a lot of washout. Sorry about that breeze, the wind noise. Little wind coming out of the east. Where's our dolphins this morning? Those shadows. See, just beautiful moments like that that make these walks so special. At least for me. I guess they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? Hopefully you're all beholders. I have markers really tilting over. No pelicans on them this morning. Don't see any little sea star impressions like I did yesterday here. Saw quite a few of them along here. Look at all that blue. Man, look at all that gorgeous blue. Blue, 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 blue. Blue Christmas. Oh, there was a couple over here. You can see where they were hanging out. Can you see their little star impressions down there?
Huge. Yeah.
Did you get a little 5-arm one there?
Yeah, but he's dead.
No, he's not.
He's not?
No.
He's not moving.
Hold him.
He didn't move when I
Yeah, he's kind of stiff. You put him in the water, though.
come
It
back.
doesn't hurt. Yeah, sometimes they'll come back.
Yeah, there's some real big ones down there.
Oh, those 9-arm ones? Yeah.
Looks like SpongeBob SquarePants guy. Yeah.
Gosh, there were times where there'd be hundreds of those sea stars along here. We got a good look at them though earlier, out on the sandbars. There's one with some stubs. They grow their arms back. Oh yeah, lots of tracks all around here in the water and on the shore. We'll be seeing our sun here in a second. Here it is. There's Mr. Sunshine again. Gotta love it. Little sea star crawling along down there. We've got the 9-arm, which is the most common here, and then the 5-arm is what they... There's a little crab. There's a little crab in a little... What kind of shell is it in? Ooh, it's taken over a little tulip shell, a banded tulip shell. There's a little crab in there. So we'll leave that alone. It's a nice little tulip. That could be cleaned up, but it's inhabited by this little feller here. Oh, crabby. Yeah. Beautiful, though. Another moment. Another one of those beautiful little moments. Brought to you by Robb Stan, the beach walking man. Remember him in your will and your lotto winnings. Here's something cool. Right here. There's a sea star buried down in there. Just beneath the sand. It's so cool. Our Christmas star.
You've probably seen it one this big.
Huh? Oh yeah, nice. Lightning.
Put them back in the sand.
Look at that beautiful lightning whelk.
Isn't it amazing?
Look at the size of that baby. Hide them.
Hide them well.
Hide 'em.
There's one out here right in the open. I'm like, dude, you got it buried.
All these little sea stars half buried.
I know.
Gotta be careful.
Here's one here right out in the open.
Oh, wow. Look at these lightning whelks. Oh, look, there's a huge 5-armed sea star over here, too. Look at this beauty. Look at that. Wow. Holy moly. And then a beautiful, look at this. That is a gem right there. Wow. This is just amazing. God is amazing. I'm glad I could share it with you. All right, my friends, that's going to do it for this morning's beach walk. Again, tips. I couldn't be out here if it wasn't for your support. Facebook stars and tips. Somebody was generous and sent 100 stars. I get a penny for each star. I can't keep coming out here without your support. So if some morning you don't find me here, you know why. But I love my beach and I love sharing it with you. Don't let me down. There's a link to my PayPal account in the description of this post. Give it a click. PayPal and Venmo. Give you one last look at that gigantic lightning whelk. There's one even bigger down a ways, but look at that thing. Look at that thing. Wow. That is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Have a great day.
You too. That is so cool. And this little 5-armed sea star is so beautiful. Wish it was in clearer water. All right, my friends, thanks for watching. Thanks for allowing me into your lives and onto your screens. Until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay strong. Tally-ho, everyone, tally-ho. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. May God bless you, your family, your friends, your fur babies, everything and everyone in your lives. And God bless our wonderful, beautiful, and amazing country, the place that I so proudly call my home. God bless America, one nation under God. Keep her in your prayers. Tally-ho. Tally-ho.